There wasn't really going to be any other way to open up this video, was there, guys? Let's face it. Okay, so welcome to character tutorial number 3, and we're going to be looking at Ermac. Now the variation we're going to use for Ermac is the Mystic variation. I feel that it's the most useful, so let's select that. Again, everything here is pre-recorded, just going to be commentating here and there to give you a bit more support. So the first thing I want to mention about Ermac is that if you're just getting into Mortal Kombat X or fighting games in general, then Ermac is one of those characters who's perfectly viable for you to get to grips with first and foremost. So the first thing we're looking at is his movement. Not the fastest walk speed, or rather float speed. His forward and back dash is pretty much standard, as is his run. Or rather, float. His fast float. So here are his 1, 2, 3 and 4 attacks. Triangle or 2 has a bit more faster startup than if you were to press square or 1. And here's his maximum sweep range. Anything further from this distance, you're going to be missing your opponent. So here we have Ermac's standard combo strings here. These are the ones that I feel you should be using in your game. So the first one we have here is square, square, triangle. The next one is triangle, triangle, triangle. This is one of those combos that I like to say is more of a combo within a combo itself, something to support the overall long combo string. Forward triangle, then down triangle will perform this combo right here. Quite deceiving. Both hits hit mid, but actually bring your opponent up from the ground, allowing you to perform more combos. Forward triangle, then square, then down and triangle is an awesome combo starter. Make sure you're using this one. And this one, I have to say, is probably my favorite. Look at this one. Okay, so this is back in X, and then we have triangle and then square. So it hits low, and then it hits overhead, and then it carries on from there. This is a tricky, and if I may say so, a dirty little combo, and it's a very simple one as well, and it's quite damaging. So make sure you're using this for your mix-up games. This one is also one of my favorites. Forward X and then circle. This is great for when your opponent wakes up, so right about there. So if you whiff on the forward and X, you can still get them as they're coming up with the circle. Because as we all know, a lot of people in Mortal Kombat X do like to block low. And now we have his special moves. Now this one is quite unique to this particular variation. It hangs them up. Doesn't do any real damage, but allows you to make up your own combos once you have them in this move. This is the distance that you will not be able to get them. If you move forward right about here, you'll notice that you can get them. This is the maximum range for this particular special move. And you can also EX this one as well. Does a bit of damage and allows you to carry on the combo. So now we have this move here. This is the force push, or what I've called it, the force push. Again, this is the range that you want to be sticking to right there. And if you EX it, it'll take a little bit of health from the opponent and bring it back to yourself. Now we have his teleport punch. Gives you ample time to crouch and press the square button, or number 1, and then go into your force lift. You can do this move in the air, and you can EX both versions as well. Now this Force Blast move I feel is pretty redundant. You can perform this in the air, which we'll show you in just a second. I mean, the range right here isn't anything really to brag about. You want to be about this range to get any kind of commitment from this special move. And that's the EX version right there. Knocks them across the screen if you need to get a bit more space between yourself and your opponent. If you do it in the air, acts as an overhead just like the jumping punch does. And if you do the EX version in the air, it'll allow for a pop-up, so you can continue your combo strings from this move. Now let's take a look at Ermac's hover move. This is performed by pressing down, down, up. You've got about 2 to 3 seconds of airtime before the computer puts you back onto the ground. This is one of those special moves that's great for your mind games. I'll get to that a little later on. Now if you press X, you're going to do the ground slam. If you press down, back and triangle, you're going to do the force blast. And down, back and circle will perform your teleport. Now you're able to do the hover move whilst in the air. All you got to do is jump up and press down, down, up. And your moves are obviously perfectly the same as they were before. Again, this adds to your mind games. So now let's look at his X-ray. This is the distance that you will not be able to get them from. You want to be about this range here to get the maximum extent of the X-ray. Eight hits and 32% damage. Now you can combo into your X-rays any way you like. Here's a very simple version right here. So now let's take a look at some other moves of note. Back square, then triangle, then circle is a great move for putting some distance between yourself and your enemy. Back and square, down and triangle is a nice little quick overhead move as well. So if you notice that your opponent is ducking and blocking, then that's perfectly a viable option for you. Forward triangle, square, and then triangle is another move that acts as a kind of fake overhead move, but it does slam the opponent close to you on the ground. Back Y, and then X and circle together, then square, then triangle performs this combo here. And if you hold back on that triangle, then you're going to do a little bit more damage. Now if you just hold back and press triangle and hold it there, you're going to stun your opponent. But it's very risky, this move, so I wouldn't advise it too often. And finally we have back in X and then circle for this nice quick takedown move that hits low. So let's put some of these moves together and form one long combo string. "15 hits, 35% damage, and 1 bar of meter used." Not bad at all, I must say. So now we're going to do a step-by-step guide for you for this particular combo. Again, pay attention to the bottom left-hand side of the screen for the button inputs for maximum accuracy. Now for this next part of the combo, you're going to want to move forward just a tiny amount. And then when you go for triangle, 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 you're going to have to anticipate as if it was just before they hit the ground. Because if you do it too early, you're going to miss. Now before you do the jumping kick on this next part, you're going to want to move forward again. And when you go for it, make sure that when you come down from the height of your jump, that's when you kick. Because if you kick too early, then the next part of the combo will not work. You will not have enough time to get them in midair. Now for the final part of the combo, you're going to want to move towards your opponent just a little bit more, and then simply press circle and then back forward triangle. And there we have it. Now let's run back to what I said previously about utilising Ermac's hover move in the middle of your long combo string for more mind game setups, that kind of thing. This is the same combo we've seen before, only slightly adjusted. When you're going for the jumping kick, activate the hover move and press X when you think your opponent's about to rise. Really fast move, and it does take quite a bit of damage as well. Alternatively, you could do the air teleport punch, grab them with the soul lift, neutral jump punch, do a throw, cancel the throw, and then do another mix-up. I like to use back and X together and then triangle and square. Very good for messing with the opponent's head. So yes, if you're new to Mortal Kombat X, Ermac is a great way to start indeed. Now finally, we're going to talk about Ermac's Brutality. Now, we're going to use Brutality number 1 for this example. To perform this Brutality, you must perform Ermac's teleport punch in the air and put the EX on it as well. And you must perform 10 special moves during the entire match. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. More character tutorials coming your way very, very soon. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one, guys.
Mindless fool.
You no longer serve the Emperor's will.
I serve my own.
Round 1, fight. Your resolve weakens. We are unstoppable. Round 2, fight! You all but one. Ermac wins.